Donald Trump versus the Pope, the two caught in a public war of words as Pope Francis proclaims a GOP frontrunner is not Christian. And a new poll out this morning shows Trump's lead is shrinking in South Carolina. ABC's Tom Yamas has the latest, joins us from Columbia. Good morning, Tom.
Robin, good morning to you. That shows the magnitude of Donald Trump's unorthodox campaign and his controversial policies. On the global stage, a world leader condemning Trump, and that new poll you showed down here in South Carolina, the race is tightening. A new fight for Donald Trump. Pope Francis proclaiming what Trump's critics have been whispering, that Trump is not Christian.
I didn't think it was a good thing for him to say, frankly.
The Pope making the statement on a flight back from Mexico in his papal plane. A person who thinks only about building walls, wherever they may be, and not of building bridges, is not Christian, the Pope said.
They're using the Pope as a pawn, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Trump, the South Carolina frontrunner, blaming Mexico for convincing the Pope Trump's border wall is not humane. And his campaign tweeting an image of Vatican City showing it's surrounded by walls.
So, if and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS, which, as everyone knows, is ISIS's ultimate trophy, I can promise you that the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump would have been president.
And Trump, who just a few days ago said this about Senator Ted Cruz.
I've never seen anybody that lied as much as Ted Cruz. And he goes around saying he's a Christian.
Trump now saying this.
No leader, especially a religious leader, should have the right to question another man's religion or faith.
But in this fight, Cruz was trying to stay neutral.
Listen, that's between Donald and the Pope. I'm not going to get in the middle of that. I'll leave it to the two of them to work.
Do you think it's unchristian to have a border wall? Senator Cruz also favors a border wall.
Do you think that's unchristian to build a border wall? Senator, the border wall, do you think that's unchristian?
And repeatedly dodged me as I try to get his response to the Pope's comments.
Senator, do you think a border wall is unchristian?
I'm going to visit with the voters now. Thank you.
Overnight, Senator Marco Rubio, a Catholic, said this.
First, this Pope wasn't speaking about a theological matter. He was speaking about a political matter. I've disagreed with a lot of the things Donald Trump has said, but I do think America has a right to secure its border.
Now, Donald Trump says he still wants to meet Pope Francis, and he respects his position as head of the Catholic Church. This is not your typical Donald Trump counterpunch, but again, Robin, we are talking about the Pope.
Yes, we are, Tom. Thank you. ABC News chief foreign correspondent Terry Moran was part of that mid-air news conference on board the papal plane, and he joins us now from the Vatican. Terry, that must have been something to be on the plane like that. Did the Pope intend to inject himself into the presidential race?
Well, good morning, Robin. It was a stunning moment, and we all looked at each other when he said it. I think the Pope is being accurately quoted. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knows who Donald Trump is. Look at his face when he's asked about him. And in fact, he's been saying these things to European leaders here, the exact same kinds of things. Also, you go back to his time in Argentina, he gave a lot of politicians headaches. He knows exactly what he's doing here.
I've traveled, like many of us, to Vatican City many times, and I'm trying to recall that the wall that Donald Trump is referring to. What is he talking about?
Well, they're pretty spectacular. They surround much of the Vatican, thousand-year-old massive medieval walls to keep out bandits and invading barbarians and such. However, just behind me here, that's St. Peter's Square. You can walk right in there. There's no wall there. There's just a little white line on the pavement, and millions of people walk in there every year. No police check, no border check. People just walk right into Vatican. That's the point. Robin?
Quite open to the public. All right, Terry, thank you.